Welcome everyone, Dylan Jamili here today with a brand new video for you. So we're going to cover a topic that I get asked about constantly, and I think this is going to go for a really good video. I'm just going to tell you the differences between anabolic steroids and human growth hormones because they're extremely different hormones, and I just want to really make a really strong explanation here. Now, recently, steroids and another form of drug, human growth hormone, have become the receptors of controversy and bad publicity, okay? Of course, this is nothing new because both of these compounds have been basking in the limelight since their development, all right? Now, the breaking news incident that we can, so to speak, talk about took place in May of 2007, and it involves Sylvester Stallone, or Rocky Balboa, Rambo, whatever you want to call him, when he was attempting to actually import 48 vials of HGH on his flight to Sydney, Australia from the United States. Much of the media fur is about, what to call the compounds. Some media organizations labeled them as steroids, and Stallone insisted that it was HGH. So what's the difference between them? Oftentimes, these two terms are used interchangeably, but anabolic steroids are not even close to the same thing as human growth hormone, and now I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Now, while steroids are very simple structures from early in evolution, growth hormones are very complex, and they're composed of whole protein sequences that fit together like a puzzle. So if they're put, side by side, the size of a single testosterone molecule would be very much smaller and a lot simpler compared to human growth hormone. And it's good to note that because humans and other vertebrates share the same testosterone hormone, humans can do and use steroids that are made purposely for animals, but you can't do that with HGH, all right? The layout for a protein-like growth hormone is genetically encoded in a series of special segments that are called exons. Now, this is to say that the large and complex growth hormone is unique to each species, and the human body wouldn't be able to utilize any other animal's growth hormone. So this means that the protein sequence has to be just right, spot on, in order for it to work. Human growth hormone has a 191 protein sequence. Now, the basic testosterone hormone is made by the testes, which is a relatively simple organ from early in evolution. Growth hormone is made in the brain by the pituitary gland. This hormone is called somatropin when in the form of recombinant artificial DNA. Now, the growth hormone most notable function is to promote bone development from birth through adulthood. So basically, HGH decides if you're going to be 5'8" or 6'2", and the amount of HGH declines once that we reach adulthood, and some say from the ages of like 30 to 35, and the same thing that happens with testosterone. These levels start to decline as you reach adulthood. Now, deficiency in HGH can cause dwarfism, delayed puberty, and stunted growth. And as you get older, you tend to tire a lot more easily, your bones become a lot more brittle, and your mental and physical processes really seem to lose their actual usual vibe that they have. And this is in part in result due to the decreased amount of HGH. This is why this compound is being touted as the fountain of youth, because use of this is said to stop or reverse the process of aging. So many doctors in the anti-aging field readily prescribe HGH to patients who are old enough to need it. Now, excessive amounts of HGH in the body could result in, to various types of illnesses. In children, the usual condition is gigantism, which is characterized by a tall stature, and in adults, acromegaly, or excessive growth of the hands, your feet, and your face. High blood pressure, excessive sweating, these are the usual symptoms. Now, exercise does stimulate the secretion of HGH, but the more important question is, does HGH actually improve your physical ability? So far, HGH impact on athletic performance isn't fully determined. True, okay, HGH does exert its effect on muscle hypertrophy as proven by animal testing, but its consequence on muscle strength is very arguable, okay? The basic difference between steroids and HGH and bodybuilding and powerlifting is that steroids make your cells bigger while HGH increases the number of these cells. So because HGH's function is generally anabolic, it only plays in your muscle definition, not on your muscle strength. And it keeps you lean and very muscular, but that's about it. This means that if you're taking HGH, according to medical information, you have that vascular look, but you wouldn't be able to take an increased weightlifting load either. So that's the differences between anabolic steroids and HGH more scientific so you can really understand what they are, instead of someone just going, well, steroids make you bigger and stronger, but HGH can make you more youthful. And I mean, let's really understand why. And that's what I tried to do here, and I hope everybody learned a lot from this. So that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli signing off.